Hi, 6th graders. Let's talk about the monster project. Here we go. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of construction paper. You're going to fold it in half and simply draw a nice slime. Maybe it's an organic shape you'll end up with. Then you're going to cut it out and open it up. When you open it up, you have a symmetrical monster form from one single line. Then you're going to add the features. You're going to add some eyes and a mouth. Simple enough. Then you're going to transfer the shape to felt by simply placing it on felt, tracing it in Sharpie, and cutting it out. You're going to need 2 identical cutouts. Please cut the felt one piece at a time. The Sharpie line should go in the center so it doesn't show. Put that in the inside. Okay, so let's talk about how we sewed on the mouth part. For the mouth, what you do is you thread your needle, put a knot at the end, and you start in the back. You always want to start in the back. Draw in a Sharpie line what you want the mouth to look like. And then you're going to start in the back, pull your needle through, and then just follow the line. Go in and out, in and out, in and out. When you finish, tie it with a knot at the end. It's a good idea to keep them nice and evenly spaced. If you'd like to add a second color to the mouth, you can absolutely do that. All you have to do is thread your needle with a different color, and then you would pop out in those empty spaces and sew a second color. For the eye, what you're going to do is cut it out of a piece of white, and then again you're just going to start in the back, and you could sew it on any which way you want. If you want to use the same thread, you can. Same color thread as the eye, you can. If you want to have a contrasting color, you can. But what I did here is I just simply went on, in and out, in and out. Now let's talk about the blanket stitching. That's the last stitching that you have to do to close up your monster before stuffing. So let's talk about the blanket stitching. The first thing you're going to do, line up your 2 pieces so they are nice and evenly matched. Then you're going to open it up. You're always starting in the back. And you're going to put your needle, this is about a centimeter, half a centimeter away from the edge, push your needle in through the back and pull it until you hit that knot. Okay, now I'm going to lay these 2 pieces flat. I don't have to anymore open it up. So now I'm going to go in the front. Okay, going in the front, I'm going over 1 centimeter. I'm keeping the same distance from the top. Now I'm going to pull it through. As I'm pulling my needle through, the thread, see that thread is made a loop? I'm simply going to stick my needle through that loop and continue to pull. Same stitch again. I'm going to go into the front. Notice how I didn't flip it over. I'm traveling over 1 centimeter. I'm still 1 centimeter down. Going through both pieces of fabric, pulling it through, stopping just before I see that little loop, and I'm sticking my needle through that loop, and I have my blanket stitch. Blanket stitches has stitches going up and down and stitches going across. Next step, going in from the same side, going over 1 centimeter. Push it through, see the loop, stick it through the loop, and pull. Going through the front, sticking it through that loop, and pull. Through the front, stick it through that loop we've created, pull it through. Through the front, and then through the loop. Now, I don't have enough thread to do my whole monster. That's no problem. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my needle, take my thread, and I'm going to go through one side. This is when I'm changing thread. I'm going to go through one side, just like that. I'm on the inside now, and I'm going to tie a knot. See how I'm using the needle? It just makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to push that thread all the way down to the base. Tie a knot, and now I can simply pick up where I left off with a new piece of thread. This is what your blanket stitching should look like when it's done. When you've blanket stitched everything except, I don't know, like an inch or so, then you could start stuffing your monster. When you stuff your monster, start with those little hands and arms first. Just take little pieces of batting and gently push it into those arms and horns and legs out into the outside, and then put a little stuffing in the middle, And then you just continue that blanket stitch until your monster is all finished.